So she gets out, briefly talks with one of the security guards that looks after the place, and comes back and leads you to a storage container. And she opens it up with another pass card. Inside, there's a whole bunch of boxes and piles and sort of racks with clothes covered in plastic. She rummages through it a bit and takes out a suit, shirt, tie, shoes. These were my fiance's. I think they'll fit you.
So, yeah, I just take the suit and everything. Good, thank you. Where will I be able to reach you?
I'm staying at a small hotel. Now I need to think of a name for a hotel offhand. So what's the naming thing?
Actually, interrupt and say, actually, you know what? Don't tell me where you'll be. If this phone works, it's actually good enough.
Yes, that's my personal phone number, so you can reach me there.
Yeah, actually don't tell me. Yeah, it's better that way.
Okay, I'm on leave from work, so I'll be around.
Very well.
How do I contact you if I need to?
Don't try. I'll contact you if there's anything. If you don't hear from me, I'm dead. So you know. At that point, if you try to seek me out, you might be putting yourself in danger. Also, do not go back to your place, because after I go there, there might be a lot of people interested if things go wrong. Okay. Say, can you drive me to that part of town?
Sure.
And I kind of like give a smile. So.
Okay, so leads you back to the car. This time she turns on some music in the background just to fill the uncomfortable silence. She doesn't seem as upset now. It's like she seems to have settled down a bit now. She knows you're on the case. You know, she's got more of a sort of defiant set to her jaw. Okay. So
make a mental note of that. She like sometimes she just needs a starting point, and she's actually pretty strong-willed. Okay. So, yeah.
So Mockingbird Tower, when you arrive there, it's about 25 stories tall. Okay. It's lent to one side. Unlike a lot of residential buildings, it's not just flat slabs on the sides. It has actual sort of balconies with canopies. Some of them are like fully enclosed, almost like a conservatory in a country house, but sticking out the side of the building. And it's lit up. The building itself seems to sort of pulse with different colors, going through a cycle. And then most of the apartments seem to be occupied, so there's warm light coming out of them.
Yeah. So I look at her and say, well, this part is going to be awkward, so yeah, I'm going to have to change. So the Crimson Hound, and see, this is where he differs from like other vigilantes who are always in dignified situations. So he's gonna, this really tall guy is gonna change inside a small car into the suit. So he's gonna keep the visor on. He has a backpack that he normally keeps like under the cape, like a slim backpack. So he's gonna put his stuff there, and he'll just be wearing a suit and the backpack. But imagine that he's awkwardly trying, like, you know, gets the seat back, and in 01, I can establish he's a really huge guy because of the strength and constitution that he had. I was like, you know, okay, I guess he's gonna be here. So this really massive guy is just chaining inside this small city car.
Can you roll a d20 and add your dexterity bonus, please?
Oh, okay. So I might fail at this. I might have to go outside the car or something. Let's see. So it's I got 15 in total. Okay. With my +1 modifier.
Okay. It's awkward.
Yes.
You bruise your knees and elbows a bit on the inside of the car, but you do manage to struggle into the suit. Once you get out of the car, she sort of helps straighten you up a bit, straightens the tie, sort of smooths it down.
Actually, yeah, like I, the player in real life, know how to do a tie knot, but I imagine actually Crimson Hound probably doesn't. So yeah, he does need help with that. So the whole time he keeps a visor, again, turns into shades. But yeah, that's a suit and a backpack. Okay, well, the
So, yeah,
gun is gonna, yeah. Sorry.
So she finishes straightening the tie, and you see a tear running down her cheek, and sort of pats you on the chest over your heart, and says good luck.
Do you have a I don't know, but I asked her, do you have any tube that you normally would bring documents in or something like that, at least this long in the car?
I have an attaché case.
Do you think it fits a short sword?
Let's think. So short sword's roughly sort of gladius length. It'll
Yeah,
fit
it was never okay. It was never
It'll
really
fit.
described in detail, but I actually imagined a Roman style. I don't know. That's kind of
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
That's always my default mental go-to for short sword. It'll fit diagonally in the attaché case.
I do that. I'll keep the gun in the holster. I can keep kind of like with the suit, the jacket. I can jacket. I can kind of keep the gun there. But I would like to have the short sword handy. Also, that one I don't know if it would fit into a backpack anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna have my magic sword in an attaché case.
Right. The case has a mechanical numerical lock, but she tells you the combination, which is just 1, and then the rest are zeros. So
yeah, perfect. So I just nod to her and go in. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. It's a funny look because he's a bit unkept at the moment. He's like having this like very rough backpack on top of the suit, so it's not like this. To anyone who I guess would be someone who pays attention, it's not like he's gonna fit exactly, but at least he's not gonna be like standing out painfully, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the apartment. Is it? Yeah. Or
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You have to go in through the entrance first. So you go up to the entrance. There's a computer screen panel for intercoms for all the different apartments that you can use, and then there's a swipe for the entry card.
Yeah. So I swipe it in. Go inside.
Okay. Beep. Little green light comes on. The door hisses, opens up. Inside, you can't smell the pollution from outside, and that's the first thing that really hits you, is that there's no real smell. You're used to being out on the streets where there's always, fast food vendors or ozone or smog or something, a pile of trash rotting or something. It just smells kind of not even antiseptic. It just smells of nothing in this reception area.
I look for like a plant or something.
There are a couple of plants, but they seem to be plastic to your trained eye.
I really want to smell a plant right now. Like, he lives in a really bad apartment as well, so this is kind of like what you just described. It's probably a nice moment for him.
There's a reception desk with a couple of what must be sort of apartment security people sat there. One's a big muscular guy with some sort of tribal facial tattoos. The other guy is much sort of more thin and lean, and he's at the back working on something on a portable computer. The big man just sort of nods to you. Evening, sir.
Evening. So I just walked to the elevators.
One moment. I don't recognize you. Are you visiting?
Yeah, I'm here for business. Someone's sick. Didn't want to go to the office today, and for some reason I have to come in person. Not sure why. Apparently I have to bring this. Show the briefcase. Would
you mind just checking in, sir?
Oh yeah, of course. So what do you need? I started like fumbling inside the jacket.
Just your thumbprint there on the tablet, please, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. No problem. So I put the thumbprint.
You've got a cover identity, don't you?
Yeah, except when you say cover identity, it's the one he actually uses. If he doesn't do anything illegal in the moment or doesn't draw attention, like, it's not going to be a big deal. I figure. I'm not gonna try to like harm these guys doing their jobs at the desk just to have a look at an apartment where there might be nothing. Adamus Ward is gonna scan his thumb in the system, and hey, if anything happens, I guess it will be time to buy a new identity. I don't know, but I'm not gonna start like yeah, this is kind of interesting because like in pulp serials, writers decide what goes on with the character, but in these situations, you kind of go like, yeah, I guess my identity might be blown at any moment. Yeah, I scan because it makes no sense to me to start like harming them over what might be an empty apartment.
Okay. So yeah, there's a beep when you press your thumb to the tablet. You see your public side identity details come up. Yes, thank you very much, sir. We will need permission from whoever it is you're visiting. None of my business. If you're going to stay past midnight.
Oh, I won't. It's going to be really quick. Again, it's a pain in the ass, to be honest.
Thank you. Well, welcome to Mockingbird Towers.
Not you. I mean, the fact I have to come here, just to be clear on that. Big job for me. This is a big chance for me to move up. You know what I mean? So anyway, I won't bug you anymore. So what I'm doing here, by the way, James, is I'm because probably credit checks and things like that are in Cyberpunk settings tend to be very willy-nilly when people want to check on people's lives. Adamus Ward is not a person with money, so I'm trying to establish oh, this could be a break for me. So yeah. Okay. So I start heading to the elevators, almost expecting that there's something else. I'm like, but if they don't want anything else from me, I'll go to the elevators at that point.
Okay. So there's elevators, or there is a stairwell.
Yeah. I'll take the elevator. At this point, my identity is I'm thinking even the person I'm helping, I don't know if they would have access to that list. They didn't scan for the specific apartments. I don't think so, but it's kind of funny that there's a trace there of, even though right now I don't look like a Crimson Hound, I'm dressed in a suit, that's it. There's kind of this trace left behind that if she wanted to, that woman could follow up on. But anyway, I'm going to take the elevator at this point. I'm going to do it the normal way because that's how I've come in. Okay.
So yeah, you step into the elevator. You've probably never been in a clean elevator either, so this is quite a new experience.
Not that I can remember. So from the past I can remember, no.
The rear wall of the elevator is covered with some sort of climbing, flowering plant, so you do get to smell a plant, and this one seems to be real.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a moment where it might seem like very a very small thing, but for my character, I think it kind of takes him away for a moment from everything that's been on his shoulders, and he kind of just enjoys a moment this is clean air, this is plants and flowers, and he kind of enjoys that short moment in the elevator, short moment of mental peace, I guess. It's nice.
And it gives you a moment to adjust the suit. It's a little bit tight, just a little, because you're quite bulky and muscular.
Yeah, the character is, sadly not me.
Right, the elevator door hisses open. You're on the right floor.
Perfect.
So there's basically a central corridor that runs the entire length of the floor, and then apartments on either side. And then at the far end, it looks like there's a sort of larger communal balcony, and through that you can see the lights of the city beyond.
Perfect. So I think I'm going to have a look. Normally, every time I find myself on a rooftop or really high, I'm running from something or running towards something. So I think I'm going to enjoy the view. Also, I'm kind of looking around the whole area, see if there's any vigilaries standing there or whatever.
Can you make a hear noise roll, please?
Yes. Just check. What's my percentage there?
I think hear noise is a D6, actually.
Yeah, it's 2 chances out of 6. Okay. I got a 6, so that means it's a fail.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else I need to make you check? Can you make a wisdom roll, so d20 plus your wisdom bonus?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So for and actually, I actually rolled a d20 before, but there's got this little visual element for future d20 rolls on the in this story. I'll actually be drawing cards. So a red card is +10, and a gray card is the number shown. Aces or ones, just because every time I pull up an ace, the guest GM thinks it's a good thing. I'm like, yeah, it's a 1. The red 10 is a 20. Okay, so the wisdom score is 14, and I got 16.
Okay.
So I didn't roll.
So just to check though, are you doing anything else as you pass down the corridor, or are you just checking the door numbers to make sure you get the right one?
Well, at first I was looking out the window at the city for a moment, appreciating the view for a second, and then I was just looking around to see. Although I was looking for something really obvious, I was like, for now, it's just like, are any vigilary at the door? You know, anything that's really like obvious, but
there don't seem to be any. You can see that one of the doors has sort of red police tape back and forth across it.
Yeah.
So that seems like a good bet. So what did you draw again? It was 16 total, wasn't it?
Yeah. So my wisdom is 14, and I got 16. So I didn't roll under the wisdom.
Okay. Well, I was going to make you roll and add your wisdom bonus. So what's your wisdom bonus?
Oh, my bad. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's better for me. Okay. It's 17.
Yeah. Okay.
Going up, the previous year I was roll under ability scores. Now my brain was all confused. So 17. I got 17 under, which is a good thing. In that case, rolling high was a good thing. There you go.
Yeah. So as you pass by one of the doors, there's a note that's been sort of haphazardly sellotaped to it.
Yeah. I'll read it, of course.
Okay. So it just says, being evacuated, leave groceries with reception.
Is that that's just one of the apartments, right?
Just one of the other apartments. It's clearly been scribbled really quickly and just sort of slapped to the door.
Okay. I look up to see if there's any obvious cameras in the hallway.
There are 2 security cameras, and they're both on a slow revolve at slightly different speeds.
Yeah. It dawns on me that I came in as Adamus Ward, which means that if I break into the apartment, it's gonna, Okay, and I think to myself, I'm gonna have to find like a false set of fingerprints next time. Okay, didn't think this through. So I look out is there like a balcony that heads like that can takes me actually outside, or is it all covered by
it's all covered.
It's all covered, isn't it?
And there's some more green glowing plants in pots and things here.
And there doesn't seem to be any window I could open, even if normally it's kind of locked. Is there something that would normally be able to be opened? If so, the proper key for cleaning or whatever.
Yeah, at one side of this balcony, there is a sort of marked out panel in the glass that says fire escape.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay, this is bad.
And there is the stairwell. There is the stairwell next to the elevators as well.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of a way of getting to the apartment, because now with the whole fingerprints thing, I kind of shot myself in the foot there.
But this apartment's on the 4th floor out of, I think I said 5 floors. So you could carry on up to the roof and then get down onto the external balcony of the apartment, perhaps.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, but I was hoping to maybe start from a lower point, like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, won't I? Because it's the climbing abilities. If I need to do that, are but is it a fire escape that goes through from the outside through all the apartments, or is just the inside fire escape inside a building?
It looks like so at this balcony at the end of the corridor, the big one, the communal one, there's a fire escape that goes off to the side, but all the fire escapes from the various apartments seem to either link up, or perhaps there's two separate ones
from the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like inside the building itself. No. Okay, and that does change everything. If I do have to do some climbing, it's not going to be like from the top of a building all the way down, or from the street all the way up. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna go up to the building, and then go down. And I imagine, I don't know if I'm gonna have some climbing to do, but
yeah, you probably will. Okay, so to get all the way to the top, you need to take the stairwell. So you take it the rest of the way up to the roof, push open the fire security door, and you're out on the roof. You're almost immediately blinded by this huge hologram that's projecting up from projectors dotted around the roof. It shows a happy young couple clinking champagne glasses, and it's just inviting people to rent apartments or buy apartments in this block. But yeah, it's just you stepped right into the middle of the hologram. So takes a moment for your
I darken the visor a bit. Actually, this darken it a bit. Like, it's annoying.
The roof is littered with empty wine bottles, beer bottles, and cigarette butts. So it seems like people use the roof quite a lot. But fortunately for you, there's nobody up here at the moment.
Yeah, I do look at the bottles and like, wow, these are nicer bottles than the ones I'm used to seeing on the top of roofs. Normally, like cheap beer, and now it's like I mentioned champagne and wine and
yeah. And none of it's screw top either.
Yeah, exactly. Very well. Okay, so I'll go down the fire escape, and then let me know what kind of obstacle I'm looking at.
So can you make a climb roll, please?
Yeah. So again,
nothing too catastrophic will happen if you fail, but
I was wondering. I was about to ask that. Okay, so. Okay, 87%. That's very good. 39.
Yeah. I was going to say climbing in the sort of old school thief rules is pretty easy.
Yeah, so. I don't remember which ones. Like it's the sneaky stuff that's painfully bad.
Yeah.
I like to make the joke that a dwarf from Lamentations is sneakier than a level 1 thief in Old School Essentials. 1 chance in 6, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you get all the way up to the roof, then hop out onto the quite narrow fire escape. You get the feeling that the whole fire escape system's a bit of an afterthought here. It's quite rickety. Yeah. It's just not up to the same standard of quality as the rest of the building, which is a little bit odd. And there is a little bit of wind up here, but not enough to truly worry you. So fairly sure-footed. You make your way down until you're at the balcony for the right apartment. The windows on the balcony are all blacked out. It's got another one of those sort of square sections, which was the same as on the big fire, not the big escape, the big brain not working.
And for me, it's like 6. I started at 6 in the morning for me, so my own brain is very slow right now.
Yeah, because it's been bank holiday. I haven't been getting much sleep, so I'm a bit faded as well.
Yeah, I'll be drinking some more coffee. It'll bring me up to speed.
Yeah, Sneak, sponsor me, please.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like we're just a few million followers away from that, I'm sure.
I've had a few sponsor offers, but not from them, not from anyone worth having. So.
Oh, that's cool. Oh well, not anyone we're having. It's not cool. Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, so
yeah.
just like on the big balcony, there's a section out of the glass that looks like it's part of the fire escape for that apartment, but you're on the outside of it, obviously. So it's all blacked out glass, apart from, well, including this section that's marked out. But that's meant for if there's a fire. So how are you actually going to get in?
Well, so that thing is completely sealed. There's no way to open it, right?
Not from the outside, anyway.
Well, this is just awkward at this point. What I do is sorry. Okay. Do I have enough space where I am at to change back again into my outfit? To visually differentiate myself from the guy who left outside and the guy who's gonna break in.
If you sit down, you might be able to sort of wiggle into your outfit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll do that.
Okay. Can you roll a d20 and add your dexterity bonus and make a climb roll, please?
You know what? Wait. You know what? Because the character would know it's going to be really difficult. I'm instead going to keep it a bit simpler. I'm going to put on the gloves, and I'm going to just take out the cape and put on the cape over the suit and try to like fold it Dracula style, you know, like, or
not to interfere with your roleplay choices, but the other option would be to climb back onto the roof where you've got plenty of room and you're not hanging over the side of the building to change.
Yeah, that too. You know, it's so stupid. I thought of that, but in my mind it would be slowing things down because I have to go back. But now this is taking longer, so it wouldn't have slowed down anything really. Let's see.
I guess you're in the moment, so you just pull on your gloves.
Yeah, no, but as I'm doing that, I realize it makes more sense to just go back and re-roll, if anything.
Okay.
Can you imagine like falling down to his death, like trying to put on pants?
Yes. Well, we think he must have been having an affair with someone in the building. The husband came home, he dashed out the window, and instead of fleeing, he tried to put his trousers back on and fell to his death.
There's actually, real quick, a Batman short story in the comics where that's what happens. Like, there's this amnesiac Batman who wakes up in his costume, but by the end, what happened, it wasn't really Batman. He gets saved by the actual Batman. It was this guy who was role-playing with his wife, and he was coming in from the window dressed as Batman, but he fell and hit his head, and he spends the whole story thinking he's Batman. Until he's saved, but it was just funny stuff. Anyway, it's actually in DC Comics. It ends with him, Batman, telling the guy, next time dress as Superman. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go back. I'm going to change. Let's do this right. Let's do this proper. Make sure there's no cameras outside. I don't think there will be because the fire escape was kind of like an afterthought, like you said. So I don't think they invested more money than they had to in that context. And, you know, if not, hey, I'll just have to buy myself a new ID. And I just get into Crimson Hound regalia, as I like to call it, and go back there. Do I need to re-roll the climbing or?
No, not this time.
I know how to grip it now.
Yeah, you know where the rattly spots are and everything. Okay, so you get back down to the balcony.
As a side note, the visuals on your camera have gotten a bit wonky. I don't know if you see. Do you?
Looks okay to me.
Okay, very well. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna try punching it first. If that doesn't work, I'm wearing gloves and all that. If that doesn't work, I got my gun. No, wait, I have the magic sword. What am I saying? So I opened but then the sword is in its normal sheath and all that. I left the attaché briefcase inside the backpack just in case I need it for some reason, along with the suit.
It's always useful to have one.
Yeah, I guess I can add that to my equipment list, although the suit is a bit like snug. So I use the magic short sword. As I'm about to punch, I'm like, wait. Take out the short sword and do the classic thief thing of like doing like this circle. So I just like push the. Okay. I imagine a magic sword is going to be able to cut that glass unless I get like a surprise regarding the structure of the building. So I just got a circle big enough to kind of like roll in, you know.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me just check something.
Yeah. I do mentally prepare myself for someone being there, possibly.
Right. Can you roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier, please?